So no matter what, I am victimized. Now, the things that were used against me, the things that were used to turn the public against me, that resulted in people hating me, threatening my life, and assaulting me, I was never allowed to defend myself against. I was never allowed to speak in court on my own behalf. Never. Every time I tried, I'd get cut off. Cut off by the judge. Cut off by the magistrate. My public pretenders didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I did. And my public pretenders are telling me, let me do the speaking. Are you fucking serious? So they did a great job of framing me, and then I'm not allowed to defend myself when I'm framed. And then they get to use that frame job to prevent me from having an honest day in the next court date. All of the things that I told you would happen fucking happened. All the things that I said would happen if someone wouldn't go in with me. Me and Peaches, we went in several times to get the police to take a report. They wouldn't. And then when we finally could, she couldn't go in because she had her son with her. And instead of one-on-one with Amanda Jonas, it was a bunch of officers in the room, all standing around me. They said that they had to talk to me, just me by myself, in almost every situation that I went into. This is so they can entrap you. This should be illegal. Meanwhile, when I was at the hospital in Scotts Bluff, and they wanted to give me a ticket, they allowed all of the staff in that place to sit in a circle around me and intimidate the fuck out of me. I already knew that they were going out of their way to send me into a fucking panic attack. I was too afraid to speak up. I was afraid of what they would do. I needed a lawyer present, and I needed an autism advocate. I've been trying to get this forever. So with Darren O'Connor, I could call him and I could ask him about some of the things that we talked about, but there's been a lot of stuff that's passed. So he's probably not going to remember it. So I got to be able to access it while I'm talking to him, which means that I need the computer because I need this one to record. I need this one to have the conversation, and I need access to the Facebook so that I can read back to him the things that we were talking about and typing about. I needed these people to come forward and verify that I was fucking trying to get help. Meanwhile, their memories are fucking shitty, which is why I rely on Facebook. Which is why Facebook is so important. Which is why I've been so afraid of losing it. Which is why I shut it down when I was at Lana and Amanda's. Whenever I tried to talk about what was going on, I'd get snapped at by Lana. They kept trying to get me to do other things that I really don't have the mental capacity to do. But it's what they want, when they want it, or I'm a terrible person. I do what they want, when they want, or I get punished. What about the things that I need to fucking do? I went up there to Montana so I could work on the shit that I needed to do instead of getting sent into a fucking panic attack and then being fucking treated like shit because I'm having a panic attack. Because I'm too afraid to speak. So these people, they promised help that they didn't provide. And then Shannon Alvarado throwing it in my face that she provided food. I didn't want her food. I did ask nicely for sandwiches. I did ask nicely for food because I do need to eat. But at the same time, the resources that I was supposed to have because I'm disabled should have taken care of that. And Shannon wants me to set everything up to do everything there. I barely knew the woman when I went into her house, and within a week of being there, I knew that she wasn't going to help how I needed. She wasn't going to listen no matter what. She wasn't going to quit drinking long enough. And she wants to invite me back there. I don't have the money to go back there, first of all. Second of all, I'm not going to deal with her boyfriend being an asshole because he's pissed off. And if he's gone, then she's going to turn that on me. I will be her go-to for treating like shit. No, I can't handle that. That was the important thing about the castle, is that me, before all of this happened, I wasn't judgmental towards them the way they're judgmental towards me. I did it back. And I'm a bad guy for doing it back. Of course I'm fucking pissed. I wasted all of my resources trying to get help that people promised and didn't follow through. Now there's a lot of people who didn't make any promises. Tabby didn't make any promises. She's not the one that was fucking up that whole situation. Josh was. Here at Starbucks, it's a subservient situation. Those people could take me pacing because I'm having a fucking non-stop panic attack as me being mental and gonna go off on somebody. No, I'm overwhelmed. People don't take the time to understand. They're too busy in their own world. But I'm expected to understand them. I'm expected to understand their situation. I'm expected to do things for Shannon that she wants done. Meanwhile, when I set aside time to do that and get started on it, it's her turn to get attention. And then all of a sudden I'm spending all of my time listening to her and coddling her and giving her attention. Treating her the way that I need to be treated. Treating her the way that I want to be treated. Treating her in the way that helps me out. Meanwhile, she's going to throw it in my face that I didn't get that shit done. While she interrupted me every time I went to do that shit because she was fucking drunk. And it doesn't even register in her head how that feels to me.